Hi, Scorpio, and welcome to June 2021. Let's jump right into it. We're going to start out with the archetypal cards, the major arcana, divine influence, umbrella concepts, and energies that radiate down into the whole spiritual biosphere, and are suitably, equally useful for both yin and yang. Choose as you wish. Lots of fire and lots of earth. The Emperor seems big. The Emperor seems to be a bigger card than the other major arcana figures. But in fact, is he bigger? No. Same. Major arcana are all important, and they're important across the board. Meaning, Emperor and Hermit, same-o. Probably the same height, same build, looking at each other eye to eye squarely, and acting accordingly, radiating the same kind of amount of energy, the same intensity, the same level of energy. And then we have the world. And of course, the world is big. But the world is at the end game in this particular reading. Lots of fire with the Emperor, and supported by a platform of lots of earth. Virgo, Capricorn. What wants to be said about that? If I were in this reading, then I would be wanting to understand what, if I was going to be given the opportunity to select from these energies, I would want to know what the energies have to say or to offer. Well, the thing that's on your mind, apparently, is of the level of the rulership and the leadership that goes with an empirical view, a big picture kind of a view of things. And so that's what's at the forefront. It's fiery. So it wants to wade in without any reluctance, right? And that's probably where you have been, which is why you're sending out this petition to the powers that be to get some answers, to get some solutions. And here comes the response from the universe. If you want that, which looks dynamic and feels dynamic, you have to do the work hidden and in the world of the hermit. Meaning, the Emperor is all about the outside manifestation of energies, the bringing divine energy, power, influence to the planet Earth. And then leading the charge, leading the people, whoever's in the rulership of the Emperor, through the drill, through the process. And the process is you're going to come up and say, I've done my work. I am ready to be led. Cool. In that case, then, that simple dynamic. Here comes the Emperor to lead. You go, I'm ready for you to lead. And then with that equation being right down the line, the world awaits. The world awaits. So it's not so much figuring out whether you're willing to dance that dance. I think it's more important to look at, is it worth it? Can you set aside the need for instantaneous stimulation or instantaneous success? Can you set that aside when you know that what waits when you wait, when you go through the hermit's world, being involved with intake of spiritual guidance? If you're willing to do that, is it worth it if you know you get the world afterwards? The world of perfect balance, the world in which pentacles, swords, cups, and wands are all there, present and accounted for, and all balanced. Is it worth it? That's the kind of thing you want to, if and when you look up and you're expecting to see that for you there archetypally, then you're going to see this kind of scenario. And that's what you can draw from. So it is like a big resource of energy, but it also is going to take you not going to sleep on the operation. Stay awake. Let's talk yin. Yin, your world this month, for the month of June, you're kicking things off with the Magician, which, good for you. That's all I got to say. Good for you for being willing to enter the arena knowing what you're capable of. And don't forget, as above, so below. That's the only thing I'm getting from this card, other than the fact that good for you. You're ready. What are you ready for? Well, down below, supporting your up and atom attitude, are two, not one, but two pages. So the message is that you're perhaps choosing between two things in your life that require a commitment, two things that either of which that you select, whichever one you select, it's going to require a change of your former self, your former way of doing things. Both of them are being tossed into the same playing field. And maybe the reason is because you're considering them equally and you're perhaps a little conflicted about, all this confidence that you're coming in with. Perhaps you're a little conflicted about which one to choose. One of them is going to call upon you to use your brain more, your intellect more. The other one is going to require you to use your emotions more. And I think that's the foundation for your decision. Which appeals? Do you want something that stimulates you mentally, intellectually? Or do you want something that stimulates you emotionally? Do you want to do something that requires a good thinker to perform at work? Do you want something that requires a person of the heart, a person who has the warmth and the congeniality to fit the bill? There's another possibility, and that is that the combination of both could be your answer. Then you end up being like this. You can choose both. I think you got to think about it, though. You have to use your brain to ferret out, to draw distinctions. That's the key. drawing distinctions, because I think that my Aquarius nature, I guess, tells me that I would prefer both. Not either or, but both. Something that stimulates my intellect, but also something that allows me to use my heart. And that's in June for you, Yin. Let's talk Yang. Yang, you have the direction you want to go right now. And it includes something that people might not agree with because they're going to think that your direction is somewhat that of an oddball. Maybe you won't fit the mold by going the direction that you found. But who says you have to? Whoever said that you had to fit the mold? Well, here's your non-mold card. And magic happens here because you're going places. This is a step up for you, but it's also a good step that brings success to you, evolution to you, and success and evolution to those around you. So, understand your direction and take the first step. There's money involved. There is status involved. But the mitigating factor here is that there's also creativity involved. You're going to get a chance to not only take a new direction, but you are going to be able to apply your creative juices and your skills as a creative soul to this new endeavor, wherever your direction is pointing you. One word here. Consider taking this out of the equation. The fact that this page has his feet pointing in different directions can imply some ambivalence on his part. Take that out of the equation. Decide on one way you're going to point and point that way. Get both of your feet moving in the same direction. That's your key to success. So, good reading for Scorpio this month. We have Yin, who's walking in with confidence and knows that your particular nature and your particular mindset can accomplish anything. It's just a matter of reaching down and grabbing the tools that are on your table. You've got them right in front of you. Don't forget, as above, so below. Then you're confronted with a choice between matters of the mind and matters of the heart. Why not combine and go for one easy solution that contains both? The mind joined with the heart. Yang, hallelujah, has found their direction. The way they want to go, not the way they thought they wanted to go, and not the way they were told by others that they should go, blah, 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 but the way they want to go. And perhaps one thing that's been holding them back is the fact that it could be considered by some to be zany. Some of the best ideas in this world are zany, and yours being one is not out of character. Your greatness is in there, and you stand to gain a lot by doing it. There's status and position in the mix for you. It's a step up. And that what you can bank on here is the balancing act that you can do with your creative energies. And my caveat for you is to get your feet moving in the same direction and take the first step. Over all of it, got the Emperor leading the charge, lots of fire, lots of wading in, girding the loins, ready to rock. Needing to back off inside a little bit while the Emperor's making those moves to make sure that you not only are ready to be led on that charge, but that you stay ready. It's a heads-up operation because you're willing to wait for perfect balance in your life. And that's what can be in store for you. With that, I will leave you for the month. I'll see you again soon. Until then, be well. Love you all. Bye for now.